very good evening. Dis- A very good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Welcome, welcome, welcome to meeting number 14 of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Welcome to another power packed meeting full of learning, speeches, fun, and double evaluations. I am Toastmaster Priya Singh, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we begin, I'd like to share a few important guidelines to help us ensure a smooth and productive meeting. Our session will be for a little over 2 hours, so you all are requested to please stay till the end of the meeting to get maximum benefit out of it. Kindly ensure your cameras are on and audio is off throughout the meeting unless you need to speak at some point of time in the meeting. This will ensure that all the background noise is not there and it is a seamless meeting. While at Toastmasters International, there are no restrictions on speaking and expressing views on sensitive topics like sex, religion, and politics. Here at the Gabbys, we request all role takers, speakers, and participants to be mindful and refrain from expressing any controversial views on such sensitive topics. At the Gabbies, we stand by our club mission, which is to create a positive and supportive learning environment where members develop their communication and leadership skills, thereby building confidence and also leading to their personal growth. So, the theme of today's meeting is Colors of Life. It is such a beautiful theme. We are surrounded by colors. And here I would like to begin the meeting with another poem on the theme Colors of Life. Our life is adorned with many colors, each color so different, yet they make our life fuller. Colors in our life a vital role to play. Each color impacts us in a distinct way. Yellow, color of the sun, its beaming rays, looking at it just brightens our day. Blue, the color of the sky and sea, a calm, soothing effect it has on thee. The grass, leaves, meadows are green. Nature's beauty and abundance in them are seen. Orange, the color of fire, signifies energy, generates excitement, removes lethargy. Pink symbolizes love for oneself and others, affection and compassion for fellow brothers. Purple signifies royalty, power, and nobility, a symbol of grandeur, independence, and dignity. Red, an epitome of strength and passion, brings in our life warmth, vigor, and action. The purest of all colors is white, a symphony of seven colors it is, a sign of purity, peace, and serenity, giving a feeling of inner joy and bliss. Life has so many colors and shades. So beautiful our journey, colors do make. Life becomes meaningful and complete. So always fill your life with colors. Never let it deplete. So, with that beautiful poem, I proceed further now in inviting the presiding officer of today's meeting, none other than Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Renu Kaushal is a certified soft skills and posh trainer and aspiring image consultant. She is passionate about connecting with people, understanding their stories, and helping them grow through meaningful conversations. Outside work, she finds joy in cooking, nurturing her garden, both deeply grounded pursuits that keep her connected to the present. So, without further ado, let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, our presiding officer of today's evening.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Priya Singh, for that warm welcome. And good evening, everyone. Good evening, all fellow Toastmasters and the esteemed guests present in the room. I warmly welcome you all to today's meeting of Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters. So, before we dive into today's session, let me share a little joy which is outside this room. Today being Durga Ashtami, a day that symbolizes courage, devotion, and new beginnings. So I wish you all a very Shubh Durga Ashtami. May this festive season fill us with strength in our hearts and confidence in our voices. Now I'll take a moment for the benefit of the guest and share with them what Toastmasters is all about. Who are Toastmasters? So it all began in the year 1924. Yes, Toastmasters are 100+ years of old community. So in the year 1924, Dr. Rolf S. Smedley, he started the very first club in Santa Ana, and that is in California. What was the purpose? The purpose was to help people practice speaking in front of others. From that single club, Toastmasters has now grown into a global network of more than 270,000 members. And yes, there are 14,000 clubs in 148 countries. And they all share one common mission: to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. So we at Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters, we keep that spirit alive, and our meeting, believe us, they are a very safe learning space where we speak, we listen, we give feedback, and more importantly, we all grow together. So once again, I welcome everyone in the meeting, especially the guests, and I will be very delighted if any of the guests present in the room would like to share their introduction. I don't see we all are the Toastmasters present, and we are having our GE Bindu Joseph coming back to the Toastmasters meeting after a very long time. Elios, would you like to share a quick word about yourself?
Hello, are you calling me?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Ilyas Tevilus from Indonesia, but I joined District 80, Singapore. I've been Toastmaster for 5 years, and during this journey, I've been keynote speaker, workshop speaker, panelist about podcasting, comedy, humor, and soft skills. I have featured in Toastmasters magazine twice, last year and this year, and got inducted into National Book of Record of Malaysia for 102 hours non-stop trip. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we see you are joining our meetings every week. And we're really thankful to you. And I would urge you to stay back the entire duration and give us a feedback how our meeting was. Right. And now is the time. Let's bring about let's proceed with the other meeting, and I'll invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Swati Gupta, who will be guiding us through an engaging and inspiring session that we have planned today. So before that, I'll just give a quick introduction about Swati. So Toastmaster Swati is a qualified CA and CMA. She has joined Toastmasters again to improve her communication skills. So in her leisure time, she likes to sketch, paint, and try new things. And those of you who had witnessed her first speech last week, you would know she sketches really, really well. She herself describes herself as a very happy-go-lucky person. Over to you, TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, Swati Gupta. The stage is yours.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to today's meeting, a celebration of not just of speeches and stories, but of the vibrant spectrum that makes life truly beautiful. So, as you are aware, and you might already guess the theme, today's theme is colors of life. So, before we jump into the theme topic itself, I would like to ask you all if your mood today were a color, what it would be and why. So I would like if anybody wants to answer this question right now or want to put your answers on the chat box itself.
I can answer.
Sure.
It's yellow because I'm feeling very happy. I felt yellow represents freshness, happiness.
Uh, Anybody else wants to answer as well?
Is it white?
And why?
White represents peace.
Wow. So as I think now everybody has already started imbibing with the theme already, I would like, for the benefits of the guest, I would like to explain the structure of today's meeting. However, I would like to introduce the theme first. Our theme for today is colors of life. So be ready, everybody. I will keep on asking questions relating to colors and the life itself. So please be engaged. So because life isn't a monochrome, it is a canvas painted with passion, joy, growth, and reflection. I would like to explain the structure of today's meeting. In a regular Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters meeting, we follow three things, three segments would be there. One is the educational session, followed by prepared speeches and evaluation session. So the entire meeting today is being closely observed and monitored by our general evaluator, who will be later present a comprehensive review of the proceedings. Our general evaluator is supported by the TEL team, timer, evaluator, listener, and a language evaluator, each playing a key role in helping us improve and grow as communicators. I urge our language evaluator to post the topic, to post the word of the day in the chat box and encourage everyone speaking today to use it creatively during their time. The general evaluator for today is Joanne Joseph. Before I introduce timer for today, I would like to ask you all, if you could live in a house painted entirely in one color, which it would be, and what would be saying it about your personality? Anybody wants to answer or would like to answer on the chat box? Shall I repeat the question? Or okay. So if you want to paint your house with a single color, what color do you want to paint it upon? Why do you want to? Like so that it reflects your personality. Yes, Renu question. Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I have painted my house white and I would continue doing so because it gives really calms me down. And I really think aesthetically also it helps me uh, maybe be more creative with colors. When I have my background as white, I can play with colors in my home. Yeah.
I totally resonate with Renu right now because even when I wonder like what color of house I would want in my future, so I would definitely go for white. Yeah. Anybody else wants to answer? I think Prapoorna had said she would also like to have white, so we have the majority of white here. Somebody wants, okay, Nitin wants to have it gray. Nitin, do you want to share the reason?
Hey, I think I just like the color, and in a very odd way, it goes with everything. Makes look the house look more aesthetic, more appealing. So that probably is one of the reason I would like to go for that.
Okay. So before we proceed to the most awaited segment of any board meeting, the educational session, let me first introduce the timer for today's meeting. Our timer today is Samir Ali. Samir is an IT professional and he has been living in Bangalore with his family. He is a wanderlust, field traveler, and a leader. He embraces new experiences with a curious sparkle. A true aqua soul, he is drawn to the crystal blues of beaches, the electric hill of water sports, and the ocean diving. He will time the entire meeting and raise the red card whenever a segment exceeds the time limit mentioned in the agenda. Thank you, Samir, for keeping us on track. Now, I would not further delay and I would like to invite our esteemed guest speaker, Jyoti Mandal, who is here to enlighten us with valuable insights on lifestyle alchemy. Her topic for today will be reversing diseases and restoring health. I would like to talk briefly about Ms. Jyoti Mandal. She is a certified nutritionist and disease reversal coach with 9+ years of experience. That's huge. She helped thousands of clients worldwide on reverse chronic conditions like diabetes, thyroid, PCOS, and obesity through holistic food-based lifestyle changes. Her mission is to impact 1 million lives by promoting healthier, happier, and longer living. Without further ado, let's hand over the virtual stage to the speaker. Over to you, Jyoti Mandal.
Thank you so much, TMOD Swati, for the lovely introduction. Good evening, respected Toastmasters and my dear guests. It's truly an honor to be here with such a vibrant and inspiring community. Being invited as a keynote speaker at this platform is very special to me because Toastmasters is not just about communication, it's about transformations. And transformation is exactly what we are going to talk about today. How you can transform your health, reverse diseases, and rewire your mind for a healthier and happier life. So, before I take you into my slides, let me first thank this club, Saurabh Datta, and all of you for giving me this opportunity to share my passion. I promise today's session won't be just about health facts. It will be about powerful insights, practical tools, and a few mindset strategies that can stay with you for life. So kindly pay attention till the end. Let me quickly share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So the topic is laptop and life. Dono ko karo, restart. So recharge your health, recharge your life. The agenda of this session is first, I'll talk about a little bit about me. The next, why restarting your life is needed. Next, health self-check activity. And then I will talk about brain fat set point. A lot of people face obstacles when they start dieting or working out, but the obstacles, how to overcome that, and what is brain fat set point, I'll talk about it. And 5 secrets of weight management and disease reversal. Identifying your emotional eating patterns and how you can overcome that. Next, I'll talk about how to rewire your brain. And then I'll also share some insights on how you can transform your health. And at the end, I'll take some questions. Uh, TMOD Swati has already introduced me. So, a few things I would like to share about myself. I'm a certified nutritionist and a disease reversal coach. I have 9+ years of experience and I transformed more than 1,000+ lives to reverse chronic diseases naturally with NLP. NLP is neuro linguistic programming and simple lifestyle changes. I worked in IT industry for 7 years, but I found my true calling in the health industry. I found my purpose here. I started my journey with yoga, modeling, and health coaching to transform lives. And this gives me true sense of healing to the purpose. When I help people, I feel so grateful. I feel that this is why I'm born. And I won some awards. I won Health Excellence Award in Delhi 2025. I won Best Health Coach Award in Bangalore 2023. I participated in Mr. and Miss Asia Glamour 2020, reached till the finale, and I won Miss Resilient Award at Cap Gala Fashion Show. My mission and vision are very simple. My vision is to help people live a disease free, medicine free, and pain free life. And my mission is to transform the health of 1 million plus lives naturally. Let's begin. So, as the topic says, laptop and life dono ko karo restart. What do we do when our laptop hangs? We hit restart, right? And what do we do when our life hangs with stress, cravings, and diseases? Mostly we press Control Alt Delete on our hopes and not the actual problems. Let me tell you why restarting your life is needed. Because modern lifestyle challenges such as stress, obesity, lifestyle issues like diabetes, thyroid, PCOD, heart issues all are on the rise. Constant deadlines, digital distractions, and pressure. This keeps your mind and body in fight or flight mode. Because of stress, a lot of people are suffering with various health issues, and that is why restarting your health is needed. The next challenge is unwanted weight gain because of chronic stress, not taking care of health, eating junk food or processed food, lack of movement, irregular sleep. This is pushing the body towards fat storage. And when you gain weight, that is like inviting all the health issues, right? And the lifestyle diseases are on the rise. Such as I said, diabetes, thyroid, PCOD, heart problems are becoming so common in youngsters. Even in 30s, 40s, people are suffering with heartaches, cardiac arrests, right? And hence, prioritizing your health is very, very important. Okay, let's do an activity before I go ahead. I will ask you 10 questions, and you can keep a pen and paper ready, or you can also use digital notes. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 equals to never. That means you never do that activity, or not an activity, the task. And 10 equals to always. That means you always do that, right? And anything in between as per your reality, for example, 5, 6, 7, you can rate as per the your schedule, your task. Okay, ready for the questions?
Yes.
All right. So here is the first question. Do you sleep by 11 p.m. and get at least 7 hours most nights? Everybody, I want everybody to write at one place, and at the end you have to sum up the total score. Okay, this is health self-check activity. Do you sleep by 11 p.m. and get at least 7 hours most nights? If yes, you can rate 10. If sometimes you do and sometimes you don't, then you can rate like 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever is the number. Okay, next. Do you drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily? If it's yes, you can score yourself as 10, or less than that if you do it sometimes. Next question. Do you eat at least 2 servings of fruits or veggies every day? In between 1 to 10, you can score yourself if yes. Next question. Do you exercise or walk for 30 minutes 4 or more days a week? Do you exercise or walk for 30 minutes, at least for 30 minutes, 4 or more days a week? If yes, you can rate 10. If you do it sometimes, you can rate as like 7, 8. If no, then you can rate 0 or 1. Next, do you take at least 10 minutes daily for relaxation or meditation? Rate yourself in between 1 to 10. Next, do you avoid emotional or binge eating most of the time? Do you avoid emotional or binge eating or junk food most of the time? Yes, 10, no, 0, or in between when you do sometimes. Next, do you keep at least 30 minutes screen free before you sleep? Do you keep at least 30 minutes phone free, screen free, or laptop free before you go to bed? Yes or no? Rate yourself in between 1 to 10. Next, do you feel energetic and active through most of your days? Or do you feel lethargic, tired? You have to work on your energy levels. Rate in between 1 to 10 as per your reality. Next, do you laugh or smile daily? Or when was the last time you smiled or you laughed out loud? Yes, no, or in between. Next, do you feel in control of your stress levels? Or do you feel stressed out every single day? Or mostly out of 7 days, if you feel stressed out for 5 days, 6 days, that means you can rate 1, 2, or 3. If you are living stress-free life, you can rate 9 or 10. Done? Now I want everyone to share the score in the chat box. Sum up, total, and share your score. Okay. I see Prapurna 44, Renu 41, Swati 83, great. Sunil 69, Samir 53, Gauri 50. Rest of them, I want everyone to share the total score in the chat box. Now, let's see. If your score is in between 80 to 100 points, that means you are in a healthy zone. You are running on the latest update. Keep going. Well done. If your score is in between 50 to 79 points, that means you are in the warning zone. You're doing okay, but you need a system upgrade. If your score is below 50 points, that means you are in the critical zone and your health is hanging. It's time to press restart. I hope you have done your health self-check activity now and got a clear picture in which zone you are in. Let's understand the common health issues. Heart diseases, stroke, cancer, type 2 diabetes, obesity, PCOS, thyroid, mental health issues, arthritis, autoimmune conditions. All these are common health issues which 1 in 10 or 2 in 10 people we are seeing one or the other health issues, right? So all these health issues, lifestyle issues are 80% of these lifestyle issues are in your mind and 20% in your body. So when your laptop hangs due to overload, you hit restart. But when your body hangs with health issues, you have to hit restart. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have seen you start any diet, but you're not able to stay consistent? Happens with you? Yes? No? You can unmute yourself and say, because I cannot see the chat now.
Yes, it does.
Yes. All right. So why does it happen? And what are the most common struggle? Okay. What are the most common obstacles comes when you start diet or workouts? I'll talk about it. Okay. So you're not alone. 92%, that is 17 million people are unable to quit smoking because of addiction. 95% people who want to lose weight fail to achieve their goal, and if they do so, they fail to maintain it. It rebounds. And 85% people quit their New Year resolutions by 15th of January. 68% people do not go to gym after buying yearly membership. And 92% people who are looking to change certain behavior or habits are unable to change. Do you fall in this category? Type in the chat box if yes. Do you fall in this category? Type in the chat box if it's yes. I see yes. 68% category. Yep. Yes. Thank you for your response. So why does it happen? Why these many people are unable to stay consistent? Why? And what are the most common obstacles people face while trying to follow diet and workouts? Because of These are the common obstacles like lack of consistency, cravings for junk food or processed food, low motivation or no willpower, feeling uninspired or drained, even just right after they start the some program or a workout, emotional eating or stressful eating, using food to cope up with their feelings. I'll also talk about how to identify your emotional eating patterns in the next slides. All or nothing mindset. Once they start, if they quit even for a day, they think like I messed up once and now I'll quit, giving up after a minor slip. So these are the most common obstacles. There are many, like for example, lack of time, busy schedule, improper sleeping pattern, but this stands on the top. And how you can overcome these obstacles, you will learn in the next slides. Before I go ahead, let me ask you a question. Why do these challenges feel like a constant uphill battle? And why does weight come back even after dieting or working out hard? Why does it happen? Because there's something called as, okay, let me give you one example. Your body maintains certain temperature, right? Your brain helps to maintain certain temperature of your body. And when it's cold, you shiver. And when it's hot, you feel sweaty, right? And your brain, this is called as homeostasis, thermostat. And this helps to maintain that temperature. Similarly, your brain also tries to maintain a fat set point. Your body has to have certain fat in your body so that your body can survive. Let me explain this in a very simple story, the apple story. What is brain set point? Imagine there's a person named Chatur Singh, okay? And he is so scared of his wife. His wife asked him to maintain 50 apples. And by the time she returns from office, she wants to see those 50 apples. Even one apple should not be missing. And when she goes to office, a thief comes and he tries to steal 20 apples. Okay. Chatur Singh tries to fight back with that thief, but unable to. He's so scared of his wife. Now he is thinking what to do. Generally, he goes to a shop and he buys 30 apples to maintain the 50 count. Okay. Again in the afternoon, two more thieves comes and this time he tries even more harder to fight back with two thieves, but he cannot win. He doesn't win, and this time the thief steals 30 apples, and his now Chatur Singh is left with only 20 apples, right? 50 minus 30, 20. So as he is very scared of his wife, he has to maintain 30 more apples. But this time what he does is he buys 40 apples to create extra balance of apple. Are you getting the point? Similarly, when you try to lose weight, your body try to maintain fat for future survival. Your brain does not let you lose weight after one point. For example, you might have seen a lot of people for the last 5 years, they're maintaining their weight. They're stuck at one weight. For example, 80. Okay. No matter what they're trying, they are not able to go further, go below 80, right? Because your brain has set that point. That is brain fat set point. Because your brain thinks that your body is under fear or stress, and for future it has to survive. That is why it doesn't let you lose that fat. But the exciting point is you can
Jyoti, sorry to interrupt.
hit restart.
Jyoti, we are at 17 minutes. Just a time check.
17.
Yeah, 17.
All right. You can hit restart from old fat set point to new fat set point. And when you when you go to new fat set point, when you change that numbers, weight loss becomes effortless, your metabolism boosts, your intensity of cravings goes really low, and your mind starts making healthier choices on autopilot mode, and then permanent fat loss happens. So, how does it happen? First thing, as I talked about the obstacles, the most common obstacles people face while following diet, mainly it is craving, right? So, for example, sugar, simple carbs, fat, salt, all these are like great rewards for your brain. It gives you pleasure. And these are the 7 most common addictive food: chocolate, ice cream, French fries, pizza, cookies, chips, cake. So, type in the chat box what is your most addictive food. Like, see. Type in the chat box what is your most addictive food. Ice cream, biryani. Okay. Rice, chocolate, and chips. All right. So let me tell you why these cravings and what happens when you just reset that. Okay. Basically, what happens is when you are emotionally low, or these are the emotions you can see on the screen, you'll see your brain reaching automatically to food in uncertain situations. When you are hurt, you eat food. When you are stressed out, you eat food. When you are in grief, you eat food. When you are feeling bored, you eat food. So your brain is getting that dopamine kick when you're eating food. And these are the cheap source of pleasure. Reaching out to food, smoking, alcohol, tea, all these are cheap source of pleasure. Okay. Now, so what kind of emotional eater are you? When you are angry, do you eat food? Or when you are lonely, do you eat food? When you're feeling anxious, do you eat food? Or when you feel bored, do you eat food? Did you observe that there is something called as emotions? Your brain is designed to attach certain emotions behind it. Type in the chat box, which kind of emotional eater are you? Anxiety eater, boredom eater? I see boredom. Happy eater. When you're happy, you eat. Yes? Great. All right. So let's see. What do you think is the reason? Why? You love watching Netflix, but you hate doing workout. You love scrolling your phone, but you hate reading books. You love to play with kids, but you hate insects. Right? You love eating junk food, chips, kurkure, uh, pizza, all those things, but you hate eating salads. What is happening is these are giving you instant pleasure, dopamine, which is called as dopamine red flags, and these are giving you when you put efforts, it gives you pleasure after certain period of time, and that is dopamine green flag. And your brain is designed to attach certain emotions. You are getting that pleasure, right? When you're emotionally low, you are eating, you're reaching to food or binge watching, or binge watching, binge eating, all these are giving you pleasure. How can you, so let's understand how can you all right. Before I tell you how you can change those patterns in your brain, let's also talk about willpower. A lot of people try to use their willpower to lose weight or to reverse any lifestyle issues, but your willpower is not enough because your brain has certain energy. Overall, out of 100%, your brain gets only 20% of your body's energy, and hence your willpower is not enough. When you are mentally exhausted, willpower cannot be accessed and you cannot control craving. So what is the solution? 10,000 hour rule, rewire your brain, and identity mapping technique. So what is 10,000 hour rule? Athletes. First solution is you practice 10,000 hours with pain and discipline so that it becomes new normal for your brain. And it is actually possible, but it is very difficult. So what is the next solution? Whenever you see these certain addictive foods, your brain just craves for it, and these cravings are nothing but pleasure, right? So you have to change that pleasure into something else called as disgusting. And there are certain NLP techniques through which you can change your patterns. Whenever you look at those food like cake, pizza, biryani, you have to feel that disgusting feeling because that is the reason why you're gaining weight or facing lifestyle issues in the first place, right? If you don't cannot stop your cravings, you cannot work on your health, right? So there are certain techniques. As we have limited time, I'll not be able to explain you as that's a vast topic. sometime later I can. Okay. Now, there's a strategy, mind flip strategy. As I said, you have to rewire your patterns. A very powerful technique to instantly change your neural associations with anything. How you can do that? By changing your patterns. And there's an activity which we will do that. We will do here. Okay. Yeah. Let's check your alignment with your dream body. This is called as identity mapping technique. I'll quickly ask everybody to close your eyes. We are doing an activity. Close your eyes. Now imagine your fittest and richest image of yourself. Imagine your fittest and richest image of yourself. Now answer to yourself, is it black and white in color? Black and white or colorful? Is it 2D or 3D? Is it framed or panoramic? Is it far or close? Is it small or large? Does it have a neutral emotion or a strong emotion? Now you can slowly open your eyes and you can look at the screen. If the image which you have visualized, if it is in black and white color or two-dimensional, framed, far away, small sized, neutral emotions, that means it has weak association. And if it is colorful, 3D, close to you, large size, strong emotions, it has some strong emotions, that means it has strong association. You can achieve your goal faster when you're visualizing the image which has stronger association. For example, Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, they have the high self-image, right? They have strong association, strong emotions with the visualization what they want. For example, if you want your fittest and richest body, you have to visualize in certain way which should be of these strong emotions. All right. Okay. Let me. Okay, so if you see yourself as fatty person, your behaviors and habits will not be aligned with the target image. So stop saying that you're obese, I'm diabetic, I'm obese, I'm not loved. Be very, very careful. Your mind is recording all these things. So you start saying that I am healthy, I'm fit. Your identity equals to your self-image, your thoughts, and that's how you can take actions. Your behavior, your habit should match your target image. And that's how you can become the you. Okay? So how many of you have realized that losing weight or reversing diseases is not about motivation or willpower? It's about training your brain with identity mapping techniques and the three solutions which we talked about, right? Your identity equals to your self-image, your thoughts, your actions, and then you become you, the person which you want. So here are the 5 secrets of weight management and disease reversal. Mind-body connection. You have to connect your mind and body. The self-image which we talked about. Identity mapping technique. Rewiring your brain. We have already discussed in the previous slides. Mindful nutrition. Eat with awareness, not while eating. Do not watch TV or phone. Just mindfully eat. And if you don't remember what while you are eating, you don't know what you're actually eating, how much you're eating, you don't remember, right? So that means you're eating too much. And natural healing medicines, a lot of people when they face any lifestyle issues, they think that medicine is the only solution, but medicine is not a solution. It is just fixing the root cause. It's just masking the problems, and it is not fixing the root cause. So lifestyle changes will help you to fix the root cause. Let's win the inner game together. Till now, you have heard that health is not just 80% diet and 20% exercise. Actually, you have heard that 80% diet and 20% exercise, but it is not. And it's 80% mindset and 20% everything else. So if information alone worked, Google would have made us all slim already, right? And you can easily reverse lifestyle issues. But what do you need? You need accountability partner. You need a mentor who can coach you or guide you, and the right mindset to keep all these viruses away. The obstacles which we talked about, right? Just like antivirus software. Let me also show you the client's results who has transformed their health and transformed their life just by following these certain techniques. You can see on the screen. Uh, Hanifa, she overcame her cravings and learned mindful eating. Here, Sairam, he's from Hyderabad and he has lost almost 15 kilos. And this is permanent weight loss. It's been 3 years and he is maintaining his weight, right? But following certain techniques, which I just explained, there are there are some client stories, lost 8 kgs in 11 weeks. Thyroid management, yes, all the lifestyle issues are reversible just with lifestyle changes. My journey with my clients, thyroid issues reversal is possible, fatty liver issue reversal is possible, diabetes reversal is possible, post-pregnancy weight loss is possible, joint pains, arthritis management is possible, PCOD reversal is possible. So it is just possible when you rewire your brain. All right, so just like your laptop runs smoother after restart, your life runs smoother when you restart your health. So every restart gives you a fresh chance to heal, to grow, and to live better. Now it's time to hit restart of your life. And if you want to get a personalized health guidance, you can DM me or you can reach out to me later. Thank you. Now I'm open for questions.
Thanks, Jyoti, for such an insightful session. It was quite engaging as well, and I feel all of us definitely have a gray area in their life where we need to fill colors with lots of help and restart, of course. So now we are open for the Q&A session. So anybody wants to ask their question, they can put it on the chat box and I will take it from there. So my first question with Jyoti would be like, how do we know what is mindful eating?
Correct. So mindful eating in the sense, whatever you're eating, be aware, be conscious that you're eating, and while eating, you're not distracted. You're not watching TV or phone because your mind has to be completely on your plate and not watching TV. While watching TV, you're giving certain part of your brain's energy to somewhere else and certain part to your food, right? So while you're not doing mindful eating, you face digestion issues like gastric, bloating, acidity issues. So mindful eating is in the sense not having any distractions while eating.
Is it also about controlling the portions?
No, mindful eating is not about controlling portions.
Okay. So I can see Prapurna has also raised her hand. So Prapurna, go ahead, ask your question. Yeah.
How to proportionate these foods in our plate while
Good
we are
question.
eating mindfully? What are the proportion, like
Right.
fat this much content, protein this much? What is the ideal ratio? So all these things, please keep in mind for weight gain.
Weight gain.
Hmm.
All right. No matter it is weight gain or weight loss, whenever you eat, okay, I'll also talk about both, but let's talk about weight management first. Weight management, when you take a plate, just make 4 sections. In the first section, you put carbohydrates and 30% at least. Remaining 20% proteins, 20% fiber, and the rest is for your fiber in the sense fruits or salads, and the rest you have to keep it for liquids. Okay, 70% food and keep 10% for water or 20% for water and 10% gap. That's how you can balance your plate very well. Let me talk about weight gain. So in when you're gaining weight gain in the sense in Ayurveda, there are certain prakritis, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay. If you're on the leaner side, that means your Vata prakriti is on the higher side, air. So you have to keep yourself grounded. Grounded in the sense you have to eat root vegetables food more, which are high in carbohydrates, right? Starchy, sweet potato, banana, not only root vegetables, but also the others which has high carbs and good amount of proteins, right? Now, in the same place, Kapha Prakriti, which people who are on the heavier side, right? They they have to avoid root vegetables because they're already kind of lazy and they feel lethargic, right? They have to avoid those root vegetables. And calorie deficit, again, as I said, when you're balancing your plate, you have to maintain good amount of proteins and less carbohydrates. But for weight gain, you have to maintain good amount of carbohydrates and good amount of proteins as well. Plus fats, healthy fats, fiber, healthy fats in the sense ghee, oil, nuts and seeds. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I can see 2 questions on the chat box as well. So Sunil has asked, how can we set fat set point?
Good question. So how to set fat set point? As I explained, so there are certain techniques. It's a vast topic. I'll not be able to cover it here in 2 to 3 minutes, but later you can reach out to me personally so that I'll explain you how to set that fat set point. And once you imagine, okay, I'll tell you just a few steps here. Imagine your self image as the person you want to become. For example, may I ask what's your weight?
My weight is okay, 68.
68. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Just imagine a person who is at 80 kilos or 90 kilos. Okay. And he has to reach to 60 kilos. Okay. Now, if he constantly assumes that he is on the heavier side, constantly he is giving those inputs to his brain, he'll not be able to reach that weight because in his subconscious mind, it is recorded that fat set point is recorded. And the brain thinks that he has to store that fat for survival. But in his brain, he has to start imagining himself as I'm at 60, I have to reach 60. You have to give those inputs to your subconscious brain, right? And with the amount of fat which is there in my body, I can still survive, right? You have to reset that by imagining and improving your self image and with stronger associations. The activity which we did, that's how you
Okay,
can.
so
Mhm.
yani fat set point is your expected weight.
Ex- Fat set point is the actual weight, and when you
Oh,
reset that point,
yeah, yeah, yes. Okay.
yeah, that is your expected weight. Not only weight, I just told you one example, but any lifestyle issues, anything in your mind, how you are perceiving yourself, what is your self image, you have to change that, and that is what resetting that point. And there are other techniques as well, which is a vast topic, so I'll be covering later. You can reach out later.
Thanks, Jyoti, for answering. And there is one more question for you on the chat box. Can you advise on the role of protein with age? Should it be increased or decreased? Yeah, protein is everybody's favorite topic nowadays. Yeah.
Good question. So, what happens as you age, your muscle mass decreases, especially women when they reach menopause, their estrogen hormones goes low and their muscle mass also drops. But they have to improve their muscle mass so that other functions of the body will be on the balanced level. So, you have to increase your protein level for men and women both. And according to the intake, you also have to do workouts to improve your muscle mass. Just by intaking protein and not doing any workout, that will not help you to build muscles. You have to balance it.
Yeah. And what could be few protein substitutes which can be eaten by vegetarian people? Because I feel for vegetarian people, there are very lesser protein.
Right. Yeah. So for vegetarians, proteins, rich food are there. For example, you can say paneer, chana, lentils like masoor dal. There are different types of lentils, but masoor dal, horse gram, green gram. You get in quinoa. It has all 9 amino acids. So all these are protein-rich food and moringa leaves. So you get protein with all these sources as well.
Thanks, Jyoti. Looks like you have answered all the questions. So anybody also wants to ask few more questions? You can raise your hand if you want to ask. Or we are good. Please confirm by raising the thumbs up, please. We are good.
I'll
Thanks.
also share a lifestyle
Yep.
assessment form. If anybody is interested, they can fill up this form. I shared in the chat box.
So thanks a lot, Jyoti, for this Q&A as well. This was really helpful for all of us, and the session was very engaging, and it would really help us in the future. I'm pretty sure about that. And before we jump into our next segment today, I would like to have a short 5-minute break, and you guys can take time to stretch, hydrate, refresh, as well as resonate with our educational session today. Thank you. Time for the break.
We'll reduce the time break to 2 minutes, Toastmaster. Right?
Sure, sure.
Timer, please note, we'll have 2 minutes break, please.
So, welcome back everyone after an insightful session. I hope you all had a refreshing break. Let's get back into the spirits of today's meeting as we connect with our theme again. So, I would like to question again, like if there is a color in your life, why do you like any color when you close your eyes? Which color comes for the very first time to you, and why do you think it's your favorite when you hear anything about color in life? If somebody wants to speak about this,
Prapurna has raised her hand.
yeah, Praturna, go
I
ahead.
just now closed my eyes, so red has popped up. Maybe it might be because Navratri is going on, that vibes might have flashed in my mind. For now, it is red. Earlier, it is yellow. It might change based on my mood.
Yeah, wow, what a beautiful answer, I would say, because everybody nowadays is celebrating so many colors because of the Durga Ashtami. Yeah. So, Pratibha, do you want to answer? What color pops up in your mind when you close your eyes?
Gauri
Pratibha,
has
you are
raised her
on
hand.
mute.
Yeah, I
Gauri, yeah,
think
go ahead.
I am going pandal hopping these days, so a lot of colors are popping up. I think yellow would be it because, uh, let's say, all the lights I see are kind of yellow in all the pandals. So that would be my answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I think TM Gauri has raised her hand. You want to go ahead, TM Gauri?
I think rainbow colors, right? Every color has an energy, every color has a vibe, and we have gone through the Navratras, and every day meant a different color. So I think rainbow, because when you said shut your eyes, that's what I could see. So I thought of sharing
Wow.
it.
That is such a beautiful thought, I would say, after shutting your eyes. Yeah. Thanks, Gauri, for sharing that with us. So, if all the role players are back and ready, let's move to our next segment. So, I would say now it is the most exciting and colorful segment, which I think will be happening soon, is the prepared speeches. Today we have 3 colorful speeches lined up for you. Each speaker has crafted their speech with a purpose, passion, aligned with their pathway's journey. So sit back, listen closely, and get ready to be inspired. So I would like to check if Mamta and Prapurna would be are present and ready for hearing the speaker one, who is Pratibha Kamrakar. His speech is level 1, project 1 of the presentation mastery, and he will be delivering his icebreaker speech. So, Mamta and Prapurna, could you please share your attendance? Are you
Yes,
ready?
I'm present.
I'm present.
Thank you, Mamta and Prapurna. So, let's give a huge round of applause to our icebreaker speech master, our Pratibha Kamrakar, who is the new guest, a new joinee in our club. So, Pratibha Kamrakar is a third-year undergraduate student at IIT BHU. He joined Toastmasters with an aim to sharpen his presentation skills and basically manage his stage presence. Apart from academics, He is a passionate music musician and enjoys singing in his spare time. So I think maybe in our future meetings we will like to hear something from Pratibho as well. So yeah, the purpose of the project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Timer. Please note the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Now, I would like to invite our very first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Pratibhu, Sound of Music, Toastmaster Pratibhu.
Thank you, Toastmasters Party, for the wonderful introduction. So, as said, that I am passionate about music, and I would like to take this opportunity as my icebreaker speech to talk about that very thing. So, let me start with a question. So, who doesn't like music here? It's hard to imagine, right? I mean, to imagine a world without music would be so hard right now, and it has always been that way. Music has been a part of humanity since uh, we learn to express emotions. Uh, it's if we delve deep into the history of music, it has always been more than entertainment. For example, uh, in Africa, drum beats, legendary drum beats, would be for legendary drum beats would be uh, be beaten to foster a sense of camaraderie between people. In the Middle Ages, classical composers would compose entire symphonies that would capture the philosophies of that time. Back in India, rags were carefully composed in order to be sung at specific times in the day, so that they could evoke many emotions like sadness, longing, fear, regret, joy, etc. Uh, but nowadays, so music has a very rich culture and heritage. But nowadays, I feel as though music is increasingly becoming over commercialized. Somehow, popularity is taking precedence over complexity. Songs are being made, but as if it is treating the listener as a passive consumer and not an active listener. The songs are catchy, yes, but they sound a bit shallow. But this should not be the case, because music at its heart is an art form, and a true art form requires a listener to be an active participant in the journey of that art, and make his or her own interpretations about that. This this I think is music, and it should be the way it is. For me personally, this journey became more personal because last month I decided to sing in front of everybody. The song, it was called "The Love of My Life" by Queen. I won't lie. When I first rode onto that stage, I was nervous. My hands were trembling. Uh, my voice was quivering. But as soon as I started singing, something beautiful happened. I saw that fear melted into connection. The fear melted into connection. Uh, it did not, and when and as I gazed at the audience, I found out that they were also jamming to the beat, and somehow they seemed to enjoy it too, and they were understanding the story I wanted to convey with my music, which is the whole point of music anyways, to tell a story, to have a to compose a symphony of emotions, because music is nothing but the interplay, the intertwining of emotions in so complex yet so beautiful ways. So with that, I will conclude by saying that I have come here at Toastmasters to find my voice. I found my voice on the stage through music, and I really hope that I will find it here through uh, my speaking skills. So with that, uh, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Wow, Toastmaster Pratibhu, such a wonderful way of splashing the music all over in the Toastmaster session, and we can beautifully connect with the music right away after hearing your speech. And if I like to ask you, what do you think? Which color would you give to your today's speech?
I would say green because I think I did reasonably well for what I had prepared.
Okay. So since it was a very first icebreaker speech for Pratibhu, I would like everybody to give a standing ovation to him since he has already stepped up. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Thank you for your warm compliments.
So I would like to check if Toastmaster Sunil Gupta and Smriti Sagrika are present and ready for evaluating our speaker to Chitrangana Singh. Toastmaster Sunil Gupta and Smriti, are you ready and present?
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
I'm
ready.
here.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sunil and Smriti. So our speaker two for today, Chitrangana Singh, will be on level one, project one of the team collaboration, and it would be her icebreaker speech. I would like to welcome our speaker two, Chitrangana Singh. She is a 11-year corporate champion, passionate traveler, dance enthusiast, and she is now adding mom and impeccable communicator to her resume, mastering the ultimate juggling act. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Timer. Please note the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Chitrangana. Confession of a former deserter, Toastmaster Chitrangana.
I'm sorry, I dropped a message in the chat also. I'm really not prepared with my speech today. Can we please have it in the next meeting? No, no, Chitrangana, you're not doing it again. No backing down now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to a girl today who has been running away. Time for a confession. As a teenager, I once chickened out of a poetry competition. In college, I once ran away like a sprinter 10 minutes before a debate. I have fled multiple interviews, and yes, even the mock ones too. You might be wondering what's wrong with this girl. Intrigued? Come with me for a flashback. The year is 2000. It's a peaceful morning in Shikohabad, a small town in North India. An 8-year-old girl is confidently writing her first essay for the morning school assembly. She's bathing in the affectionate support of her joint family, grandparents, parents, cousins, her little sunshine, her younger brother. This girl, Nee, had a glorious, dreamy childhood as a local all rounder, singing, dancing, painting, while excelling academically. Fast forward to the year 2009, I scored 91% in my board exams. I cracked entrance to the state's finest engineering college with full scholarship. Everything was fitting on the expected path. Yet, something behind the scenes was not right. By this time, I had started to crumble under the burden of expectations.
There is a test in school today. Mom, I don't think I'm feeling okay. Can I just stay back? Excuse me, I had signed up for this contest, but now I really want to drop out. Can this happen? To the outside world, I was doing fine. I joined my college, passed away with distinction, started my career as a consultant. But joy evaded me. For good 10 years, I functioned on autopilot, working without fulfillment, hanging out with friends, but avoiding meaningful conversation, drowning myself in books to escape reality. Back to today, I am an intentional individual. I don't remember the last time I did not show up somewhere. In retrospect, the moment I decided that I have to be happy no matter what, life shifted gears. I asked myself, what do I truly want? Be the places I want to visit, be the classes I want to take, everything that felt like home to an 8-year-old me. I decided to take up a job that I'm passionate about rather than hating myself for 9 hours every single day. Even 5 months pregnant, I was on a field research in Delhi, Hyderabad, Mumbai, doing customer interviews, user research, because I was loving what I was doing now. I have learned to be realistic. The earlier me, there is a presentation tomorrow, setting up an alarm for 3 a.m. because there is so much to add in it. Now me, let me set it up for 7 a.m. and I'll ensure the most important points are covered. The earlier me, I have to be reading for at least 5 hours every day to make a dent. The new me, let me start with 5 minutes today. The earlier me, I have to do everything. The new me, what is what is that which I might resent not having in the next 5 years? True. I want to be an excellent communicator. And that's why I'm here on this journey with Toastmasters. So, everyone, I'm here to tell you it's okay to be not prepared sometimes. What matters is showing up nevertheless. As Harsha Bhogle once said, ability or talent is the most useless virtue to possess after a point. It's what you do with that talent that matters. The word is attitude, and that's what I'm focusing on building now. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Toastmaster Chitrangda Singh. Everybody can now literally resonate with me. Like this entire speech of yours felt like a palette of life's finest colors, radiating warmth like sunshine yellow all together and combining every colors of life together. That's how you brought all the vibrance of life in a single speech. Heads off to you, Chitrangna Singh. Now I request everybody to give her a standing ovation as well, since it was her icebreaker speech. Moving forward, I would like to check Toastmaster Sanjay and Nitin. You will be evaluating your designated speaker, Toastmaster Gaurav. Are you present and ready for a vibrant speech again?
Yeah, I'm ready. Thanks.
Yeah, present. Yeah.
So, Toastmaster Gaurav is attempting level 3, project 2 of presentation mastery, elective Know Your Sense of Humor. So, I would like to introduce Gaurav. Gaurav is a design engineer based in Bangalore. He holds an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering and a postgraduate degree in tool engineering. He is passionate about gaming, bike rides, and sketching, eager to enhance his public speaking and leadership abilities. He joined the Toastmasters Club and looks forward to making new friends. The purpose of this project is for the member to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Timer, please note the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Gaurav, escape to the wisdom, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Marriage is seen as the union of two souls. But what most people overlook is that backstage hero, that cousin that makes sure that the wedding goes smoothly. With all the experiences at my cousin's weddings, I have come to a realization that there are three kinds of attendees in a wedding. One, the secret admirer. Now you guess who this is. Hey Kamala, look at her sari, yeah. It must be nothing less than 40,000 rupees. Savitri, look at her jewelry set. Did she sell all her ancestral properties to show it off here? You must have already guessed it. It is pretty much all the aunties in the wedding. Their eyes are as sharp as the eagle's eye when it comes to saris and the jewelry set. Next, two, we have the enlightened gurus. You know who it is. Gaurav, is that you? You were so small the last time I saw you. Now you have grown up so much. They tilt their head so much that you start wondering, wait, are they looking for the peak of Burj Khalifa? I'm right here. But guess what? They repeat the same thing over and over again until my brain just shuts down and my legs are all set to run faster than Usain Bolt. Three, we have the donkey club. Now imagine a donkey. What is this donkey doing in your imagination? Just standing still with a huge load on its back, right? In the similar sense, the donkey club consists of all the husbands and they have a huge load of time on their back. So what do? They stand around in patches around the hall of the wedding and they chit chat about news, politics, business, work, and whatnot. But sometimes they turn into clever donkeys. How? When there is a task given by their dear wives, they call the nearest kid and say, hey, look, that auntie wants something really quick. Go fast and ask her what it is. Looking at all this catastrophe happening around the wedding, I was fed up. I was so frustrated that I came up with an amazing plan. And the plan was to sit next to one of the inspirational or enlightened gurus who are around their 70s. And so as planned, I sat next to them and I decided to have or pretend like having a deep conversation. So this uncle I sat next to was around his 70s, but he looked really fit. So I asked him, Uncle, you look so happy, chill, and fit. What is your secret? Son, that's because my wife is at home. But son, you know what? Unlike so many other Indians, I have no BP or sugar. Do you want to know why? Of course, uncle, tell me what it is. It's very simple. Every single day when I wake up, I finish the routine, and at night, when my wife is asleep, I open the cupboard, and there it is, waiting, that 30 ml of whiskey. That helps me stay healthy. And you look at me, how healthy I am. I was baffled. I was expecting a speech like Sadhguru's, but this man ended up a Donald Plump, if you know who I mean. So I got up, went to another uncle. He was over his 70s, and he was seen as the most pleasant and happy individual. So I sat next to him and I asked him, Uncle, you look so happy, chill, and fit. What is your secret? Son, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning every day. Unlike you kids these days, I need no alarm. I wake up sharp at 5:30 no matter what. And you know what I do? I do yoga for 1.5 hours. Wait, yoga for 1.5 hours? He must have become Baba Ramdev by now, right? But anyways, son, you know what? After yoga, I go to the kitchen and I help my wife with the kitchen work. Uncle, wait. So is it really peaceful in the kitchen? Son, no. It feels like entering a classroom with a very strict teacher. As I sat there just sinking in the information, I was called upon by my cousin for more tasks. So let us all step back and ask ourselves, do you want to be that secret admirer who compares themselves to others and not really happy? Or do you want to be in the donkey club, your mind just wandering everywhere but yourself? Or do you want to be that enlightened guru, just living off the moment? So the next time you enter a wedding, between all the laughters and the ladoos, find that wisdom, find that uncle who will teach you how to lead a happy life. So when will you do that? Over to you.
Thanks, Speaker Gaurav, for sharing your thoughts on the wedding stories. I would definitely go ahead and find some laddus in the next wedding, which I am going to attend. And your speech was truly a mix of colors of all the laughters and happiness. And I think that colors have already been added to our session today. Thanks a lot, Gaurav.
You're on mute, Swati.
I was on, sorry. So thanks a lot, Gaurav, for a very humorous and colorful speech. We can all resonate the wedding stories you have just told to everybody. We all will be following those uncles and laddus in the next season, wedding season, which is upcoming.
Yeah, thank you.
So I would like to give a color to our next session, and I would like to give this session the color a bliss of blues, because feedbacks are very important and evaluation is more important for our own journey. And after all the evaluation, we really know what kind of things we can change in our and improvements we can make in our speeches. Thank you all of our speakers for their impactful and humorous speeches today. Now we move on to the evaluation section, a segment that reflects the true spirit of Toastmasters, growing through feedback. This section was led by our general evaluator, who, along with the 10 team timer evaluator, listener, and the language evaluator, will help us reflect, reinforce, and refine. The general evaluator for today is Joanne Joseph. Joanne Joseph is a content writer and a passionate reader, is an introvert who finds joy in conversations. She immerses herself in diverse music genres and languages, while her free evenings are spent treasure hunting in vintage books and stationery stores. Hailing from Mumbai, she cherishes the sunshines and sunsets at Marine Drive. With that, I now hand over the virtual stage to our general evaluator, Joanne Joseph.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? Just give me a thumbs up if I am. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day. Uh, and I would disagree vehemently with you when you call the general evaluation session blues. I would rather say it's more black, red, and green because it's gonna be snip, snap, snip feedback for all our people, but added with some tinge of white and mellow uh, pink, because we try to be positive. So I'm the general evaluator today for this session. And basically my job is, take that magnifying glass and keep an eye on everything that's happening in the meeting, and then come back in the end and give my feedback. And it's impossible, literally, for one person to keep an eye on every single segment and capture all the details. So that's why we have the tell team, as the TM already said. And we will start with the evaluations today, the evaluation for the speeches. Then we will have the TLL report, that is the timers report, the listeners report, and of course, the language evaluator. And then in the end, I will give my feedback, the general feedback for the entire meeting. Hope you guys will patiently wait for the session, which will be around for 20-25 minutes from here. So let's start with evaluation. And one of the interesting things about the Gabbys Advanced Toastmasters Club is the fact that they use not one, but two evaluators for every speaker here. And for today, the first speaker was Toastmaster Pratibho, and he'll be evaluated by Toastmaster Mamta and Toastmaster AVLS Prapurna. So let's call Mamta on the virtual stage. Mamta says she brings with her a unique blend of creativity and logic. And that's why she's a visual designer and engineer. Beyond her professional pursuit, she finds joys in Swadhyay. It's reading religious texts, painting, and practicing yoga. She says she has joined Toastmasters with a clear goal to become a more confident and impactful speaker. Over to you, first evaluator, Toastmaster Mamta Jain. I can't see. Yeah, I can see you now. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jain, for the warm introduction. Toastmaster Pratibha, congratulations on delivering your first speech so effectively and choosing such a thoughtful and inspiring topic, sound of music. Right from the beginning, you captured our attention with your confident presence and by asking a question to the audience. Your structure was clear and easy to follow, and your voice carried warmth, which made the audience feel connected. Your content was rich with clear examples. The way you used relatable anecdotes and metaphors like music of art, fear melted into connection, symphony of emotions, made the message easy to connect with. The speech had strong points and with sharper transitions. Overall, you delivered your message with sincerity and passion. Now, moving to a few recommendations. To make your speech even more impactful, I would encourage you to work a little more on the overall flow. At times, the flow between the points felt slightly abrupt. Stronger transitions will help the audience follow your ideas more smoothly. And additionally, you might consider ending with a powerful quote or call to action, urging the audience to practice sound of music in their own lives. This would leave a stronger, lasting impression. These small refinements will add greater polish to your delivery. Overall, your icebreaker was a wonderful introduction to yourself to the club. You spoke with sincerity and confidence, leaving us all with a better understanding of who you are and how the music helped you find your voice. This is a strong foundation for your Toastmaster journey, and I am excited to see you grow as a speaker in the coming projects. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for that wonderful evaluation, Mamta. And thank you so much, Zoom Master, for spotlighting the timer. I was just about to do that. Our Zoom Master is on fire today. Let's call the second evaluator for the day, who will be evaluating Pratibha. That is AVLS Prapurna. If I am pronouncing your name incorrectly, please do correct me.
Correct.
Correct? Thank you so much. Prapurna is a structural design engineer at Amberg Engineering, hails from Vishakhapatnam and works in Gurgaon. A Toastmaster since September 2024, she quickly took on leadership role, first as VP Education, and now she's serving her second term as VP membership at Gurgaon Orators Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Prapurna.
Dear Toastmaster Pratibha Karmakar, kudos to you for giving your first icebreaker. It's a wonderful speech, and the beauty of your speech is you have used a good rhetorical devices like hypophora, which when you told who doesn't like music, a question followed by an answer. So hard to imagine, right? And a personification. Music has its heart, it's an art form. And good phrases with a good choice of words, hands trembling, voice quivering, and a good sentence. Music is nothing but intertwining of emotions. While you have used good choice of words and rhetorical devices, I also suggest you a few recommendations to incorporate these recommendations in your further speeches for next 2 to 3 speeches. First one is the screen presence. Please use a clear background, maybe the background used by Gabbys, so that we can see you in a better way and with the proper lighting so that we can connect with you better when your face is visible. Second one, eye contact. Whenever more throughout the speech, mostly you're looking up or bending your head down, which made us lose the connection between us both as an audience. So in your next speeches, try maintaining the eye contact either by looking at the screen camera or the first row of the speakers that you're seeing, which will improve the screen presence and the eye contact. Third one, when you're saying some sentences, you're repeatedly using to, us, so, with followed by various pauses. While the pauses are good to avoid filler words, using the filler words and pauses doesn't make good connect with the audience. So, what's the solution? Practice, practice, practice. Practice your speech multiple times, record it. Even if you want, you can record a video before delivering your speech so that you can avoid these pauses or the filler words. Finally, I kudos to you for attempting your first icebreaker. I'm really impressed with the choice of the topic. Uh, all the best to you. Keep coming onto the stage and give more speeches. Kudos to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for the second evaluator, Prapurna. And now I'll quickly give my evaluation on both the evaluators and the speaker. So both the evaluators, Prapurna as well as Mamta, you guys have done a fantastic job. Uh, Coming to Mamta first, I loved your positivity, positive energy. Your examples were very clear, and your evaluation was very well structured. The CRC method, you commended, recommended, commended, and then concluded. So it was very well structured. Now, coming to Prapurna, again, very powerful evaluator, very strong voice, extremely technical. You gave Pratibho a lot of technical words. I'm sure he's overwhelmed right now, just writing down your feedback and thinking, what does this mean? What she means by all these technical words. But that technicality is also a part of communication, and I'm sure you'll learn more in coming times, Pratibho. And what I loved about you, especially, is that you gave a solution in the end. So you just didn't say what you have to do, you said how. How can you become a better speaker and avoid fillers? By practice, practice, practice. So as evaluators, it's very important that we don't just give what, we also give the how. How can they improve? So I love that. Now, as evaluators, for both of you, the first thing we have to think about is, what is the project objective? Okay, so the speech is wonderful. Sound of Music. I was sitting and listening. It felt like Pratibha was writing an essay on his passion for music, and it was a beautiful essay. But the project objective in an icebreaker speech is to introduce yourself. So in the entire speech, Pratibha, I don't know who you are except the fact that you're a very passionate individual about music and you don't like the contemporary music as much as you like the classical ones, right? I got that and I got that passion. But what else? There is so much more to an individual. And I missed all of that. Are you a reader? Are you a writer? What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? What are your quirks? All of this encompasses you, all of this and more. And an icebreaker speech is your opportunity to introduce yourself to your club members so that in future we can also connect with you in some way, finding that similarity. So it was a wonderful speech, but the project objective was not met. And this is the first point, I think, as evaluators also you need to pick up, right? Like, wonderful speech, but the objective is not met. So maybe you can recommend or request Pratibho to do it again, where he'll come with a lot of more information about yourself. So that's one thing. And second, for any evaluator, I would say is, how did the speech make you feel? The first thing you have to think about as an evaluator is, I'm listening to this speech, what is it making me feel? And that feeling should be the first thing, at least that's the first thing I would talk about, and then give the commendations and recommendations. Because end of the day, that is ultimately what the speaker is trying to do, right? Is he trying to inspire me, motivate me, inform me, entertain me? What is he trying to do? And has he been successful in that? This is where we start as evaluators. So that point was missing in both your evaluations. But otherwise, very well structured and technical evaluations. Thank you so much. And Pratibha, all the best. Next time, I really want to hear you come back and talk more about yourself. And of course, incorporate all the feedback both of your wonderful evaluators have given you. Thank you so much. Let's now go for the second speaker. And the second speaker was Chitrangana Singh, who will be evaluated again by two wonderful evaluators. First by Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, and then by Toastmaster Shruti Sagarika Mohanty. So let me have Sunil Gupta on the virtual stage. Sunil Gupta says he's very enthusiastic about learning new things to evolve himself. He has an ardent passion for playing cricket and speaking English, and is a strong believer in simplicity, integrity, and hard work. Now I'll tell you, that's a snippet of what an icebreaker speech looks like, because Sunil actually told us a lot about himself. He has joined Toastmasters to develop speaking English and communication skills. And he says he always prefers to build good and strong relationships to enhance his human assets. Over to you, Sunil, for your evaluation.
Thank you, General Elevator. What is a positive attitude and how to be positive? Today, we learned from Chitrangana's speech. We should accept what we are. She taught us. Chitrangana, believe me, not only I, but also no one present here can accept that it was your first icebreaker speech. Really, because of these strong points. Number one, an attractive, shocking opening that I can't deliver my speech today. Please give me another schedule. Everyone was flabbergasted. Such openings, such statements quickly hooked the audience. Oh, we are going to listen to something different today. And second is your thought-provoking story, your life journey. You mentioned your life journey from when you are 8 years old, year 2000 to today being Toastmasters to improve your communication skills. And you mentioned it very interestingly and in a chronological order. The only thing I would recommend you, because it was an icebreaker speech, so I would recommend only one thing in terms of content, that if you added more dialogues in your speech, it would have been more interesting and more engaging. At one point you mentioned some dialogue then when you asked your mom that I'm not fully well, can I drop out? So there you can add your mom's dialogue also. Hey, Chitang, no, you can't. You are a brave girl. In that manner. In summary, I would say it was a wonderful speech with a shocking opening and motivational story. If you try to add some dialogues in your speech, you can take your speech on a higher level. Congratulations on completing your first level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech, and I will always look forward to listen to your next speech. Thank you. Back to General Liberator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil. A big round of applause for Sunil. Next, let's call the second evaluator for second speaker, Toastmaster Smriti Sagarika Mohanty. Smriti is a certified soft skills trainer, mentorship specialist, training content creator, seasoned B2B enterprise sales professional. Whew, that's a mouthful. With over a decade of experience, her career is marked by a commitment of fostering personal and professional growth through communication, leadership, and learning. She has served as distinguished area director, club coach, club mentor, and also many other roles in the XCOM. If I keep on reading all the roles, the time will go on and it'll be less. I mean, she has done such a wonderful job, and people who know her personally, I also do know what a wonderful leader and communicator she is. Over to you, Smriti, for the evaluation.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. It is rather not okay and rather okay. To be prepared or not, well, I don't know. I definitely agree to the factor it is important to show up. Dear Chitrangana, you did not just show up today, you came fully prepared with a audacious speech. Bold, colorful, full of life. As your second evaluator, it is my responsibility to reflect on the delivery aspect of the speech, which is to focus on the voice, body language, and the generic language used in your speech today. Let me tell you one thing. You excelled in all the said parameters in a holistic manner. The moment you came to the stage, definitely with your opening line, it was not only a statement, Chitrangana, your expressions, your pauses were doing justice to the statement. The curiosity, the intrigueness which you built, again, you did justice entirely to the body language which was needed in that particular opening part. The objective of your speech was to introduce yourself to the club in general and to bring a basic structure to the speech. Did you do justice to your speech? 90%. You definitely brought a structure to your speech. I know Chitrangana now. What I know? I know Chitrangana who is resilient. I know Chitrangana who redefines attitude in her own manner. But I want to know more, Chitrangana. I'll tell you quick two things which can help us to elevate the speech in a better manner. First is the pace and the presence. I club these two in the one category. Now, Chitrangana, when your energy, trust me, is very infectious. I mean, you speak there with the Zoom presence, with this distance, but I can feel each and every word and expression coming to your mouth. The distance which you have now with me, I can read your micro expression. But when you were delivering the speech, it was a distant association with you. And second is the portrait and the landscape mode of your mobile, Chitrangana. You can do justice to your speech content, your delivery, if I can completely see you. Remember the expression where you said that it was trembling? How about not doing trembling here? How about doing trembling here? Can you see the area? Can you see this area and the distance which I can bring and back? Use this optimally. The entire crowd will move with you. They will know more about you. So make sure the presence speaks more and pause wherever required. You were pacing so fast. I was like, okay, slow down, Chitrangan. I really want to make few note. Let me savor the speech and savor the energy which you have. Be mindful about the same down the lane. The second aspect is about the micro expression. You will gradually understand the nuances of your body language, your vocal variety in your next projects. But what about the expression and the micro expressions? There is a thin line between sarcasm and when you are commenting, which is something sad. So, what you can do here, you can bring it more on your face. If you really feel something needs to be delivered sarcastically, bring it there. If you meant something to be delivered in a fun manner, just try to bridge the line between it. Over Chitrangana, I'm really a fan of your speeches. Looking forward to all your future speeches. Incorporate this tiny bits. We will be good to deliver. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our second evaluator, Toastmaster Smriti. And let me give my evaluation for the evaluators and the speaker. Let me start by the evaluators. Toastmaster Sunil, what a wonderful evaluation you gave. You were very positive and you loved her opening. And I think beyond the opening, you forgot a lot of things because you just loved her opening and were hooked onto that evaluation. And you highlighted the fact that she used chronology in her speech, which was wonderful. You brought in the fact of dialogues, which was again wonderful. For you as an evaluator, I'll tell you one thing I can, if I can give you a recommendation, is that you're already very positive and you give very positive feedback. You can try and give more recommendations because even though this is her like L1, P1, that is a first speech, she is a seasoned speaker. And we know that because of the way she speaks, right? Like, so we as an evaluator, we also have to keep in mind that when I'm looking at the speaker, I know that the speaker is someone who's really good. So I can be bold enough to give more feedback. If I see the speaker is someone who's first time on the stage and nervous, then definitely your evaluation is perfect. Like you are only talking about positive, you're encouraging so that he or she is not scared and not running away. They will come back on stage. But in case of Chitrangana, I'm boldly making an assumption that she's strong enough, and that was entire speech, right? She's resilient, she'll come back. That was the entire speech. So you can give her more stronger recommendations, which will help her to grow. End of the day, that is our job as evaluator, right? To help them to grow as speakers. So that's my recommendation. For you, Smriti, Wonderful evaluation. You are someone who always keeps to the objective. Your objective was delivery, and you spoke wonderfully. All your recommendations are to the point, and I'm sure Chitrangana will take them into consideration for her next speeches. You spoke a lot about technique and micro expressions. I loved it. But my dear friend, the timing, that is your enemy. And as an evaluator, that is something I think now, not only you, me too. I know this is something I tell myself. I also have to learn to give the evaluation with it. It's an art, which we both have to learn to curb our evaluation and keep it under the time, not just for contest, but for becoming better speakers. Brevity is also a skill that we can learn. But apart from that wonderful evaluation, Smriti, I have no feedback for you as such. Speaker Chitrangana, let me ask you this question. Is this the first speech you're ever giving in Toastmasters, or is it like your second path or third path? What is it? Like, what is the equation here?
No, so it's my first path. I did speak once in a humorous speech contest just 3 weeks back, but this is my first chosen pathways, and this is my icebreaker. So
Okay,
technically, the first speech itself in
we
Toastmasters.
have a very good speaker because she's someone who didn't even start her icebreaker and gave and won some contests. Also, I saw the some comments in the chat box. So we know we have a very strong and seasoned speaker here. So I will take that liberty and give you a feedback here. Your opening was amazing. Both the speakers have both your evaluators have spoken about it. I loved your body language, the movement. You used the stage, when you were talking about the previous Chitrangana and the current Chitrangana, that movement of and usage of stage is something that we all can learn from. I loved your conclusion. Ability or talent is useless. Somebody finally says that, right? Like what you do with it is what matters. And overall, the content was wonderful. You spoke about your journey and your resilience, but in that you also spoke about your age, your family, the current profession you chose. So subtly you have put in a lot of information within that speech, which I loved. Now, what could more you do? And because, as I said, you are a seasoned speaker, I'll talk to you in that point. Number one is voice modulation. You were using a lot of modulation, but you could have used them for expressing your emotions. You spoke about fear and nervousness. You went through a phase of fear and nervousness. You did not modulate your voice there to show that fear and nervousness. So I heard the fear and nervousness. I did not feel it. So throughout the end, so if you think about it, throughout the entire 4 minutes, I could only see the strong Chitrangana. What about the vulnerable Chitrangana? What about the Chitrangana who once fell down and was lonely and did not know what to do? These are all your words that you use, but I did not feel that because that voice modulation was still of a strong person, which you can think about. Then for your content, again, coming to the same point, you spoke about a lot of things that helped you to transform into this person. But what was your failure point? That you did not say. How badly you felt. And I'll tell you why. In any story, the first thing you do is tell me how badly you felt so that I can connect with you. Right? As an audience, I can only connect with you if I know how badly you felt. So that point, that fall is important so that when you rise up as a hero or a victor, that rise or that climax is very powerful. So that fall was not there. Climax was good. So that's one point. But otherwise, I'll tell you, wonderful speech doesn't feel like an icebreaker speech, honestly. Congratulations and all the best to both the speakers and evaluators. Quickly to the third speaker because I'm running out of time. Third speaker was Toastmaster Gaurav Babu, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sanjay Jain and Toastmaster Nitin Patak. So I'll call upon Toastmaster Sanjay. Sanjay is a chartered accountant by profession, married to a chartered accountant, and a proud parent to two lovely children. He says when he's not immersed in balance sheets or Toastmasters meeting, he enjoys playing cricket, engaging in strategic games, chess, or exploring new places to travel. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening to all. As I listened to the Gaurav's speech, Escape to the Wisdom, I felt like I was attending a big Indian wedding myself. The decoration, the laughter, the aunties whispering about the saris and jewelry, it was all so vivid. The way you painted the characters, the sharp-eyed aunties, the enlightened gurus, and of course the donkey club of husbands made me smile and nod. I thought, yes, I have seen all this. This is your biggest strength, Gaurav. Your humor was not only creative but also relatable. You took us on a journey through wedding halls, and every listeners could recognize someone there. Keep new in your those characters. Where you can grow further is in your delivery. At the times, the humor moved a little quick, so pausing before and after punchlines would give audience space to laugh. Also, adding a few more gestures of expressions like imitating the aunties skinning the saris and uncles titling their heads would bring those images alive even more. And finally, you can challenge yourself by weaving in a touch of personal experience instead of only observing others. Overall, you gave us an encouraging, laughter filled experience with just a little fine tuning in timing, gestures, and adding your own perspective. Your humor will not only entertain but also leave a lasting impression. Overall, I enjoyed your speech and excellent thing. Only a pausing and little bit, if you do, it will be outstanding. Yeah. Thank you. And back to the general level.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sanjay. And the final evaluator for our speaker, Toastmaster Babu, is Toastmaster Nitin Pathak. Nitin has been a Toastmaster for a while, he says, and has served an array of roles in clubs and districts. He loves driving, football, cats, and is kind of an extroverted geek. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitin, for the evaluation.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. And I will focus on delivery and language aspect from the speaker. It was good to see another facade of wedding because I'm usually the one in weddings. I have a toothpick in my hand and I'm chasing waiters all around in order to get the right things possible. But to get this area and a venue of various facades which are there, that was very well done. Now we talk about the body language. And one thing which the speaker did really well was the hand gestures. Now it is good to hear what someone is saying, but it adds element when a vivid description is vivid imagery is also added. Union of marriage was done by clasping hands. Running like Usain Bolt was done by doing this gesture. Along with that, there were many other gestures that were added throughout the speech, which made you visualize what the speaker is speaking. This enhances the overall concept and the context that the speaker is about to make. So great job adding your hand gestures and using your body as another piece of delivery throughout that will support your overall content. Now, how can we take this speech and make it further better? One of the things which I would like to elaborate on, which probably even Smriti mentioned for Chitrangana's speech, was that utilizing the camera. The camera placement can be a bane or a boon. Now, where we placed it, there's a possibility that your overall lens frame was pretty small. Thus, I felt if you could have just kept the camera further away, it would have given you more space. Where it could be useful, what I feel was, once in your speech, you mentioned there are 3 types of people. Now you had a chance, if you have a wider frame, using each and every your body position in different places to elaborate on those 3 phases. In addition to that, when you will see those having a broader stage area, it will give you more chance to move around and give more impact for your speech. The another aspect which I felt you could enhance your speech was the utilization of vocal variety. There were instances the vocal variety could have been added by pauses and also your intonation aspects. For example, you mentioned in your speech, wait, yoga for 1.5 hours. However, that had so much more impact. You could have said, wait, yoga for 1.5 hours. Also, when you say seeking in the information, when we're seeking information, you should take a pause and take it slow. So seeking information, it will just add more element to your speech. Having said this, I'm going to certainly say that the language evaluator will have a lot of fun because of the kind of rhetorical devices you added in your speech. You managed to add a simile aspect where eyes as sharp as an eagle, great elaboration over there. And also you added an exaggeration where you mentioned catastrophe happening around the wedding. Normally it happens in our weddings, but just adding that element that catastrophe is happening, just take it to a scale of a higher level. So great job adding over there all over the part. Probably one part where you can always add upon is more dances in the wedding. Certainly have much fun. But yes, great job in explaining all the aspects, various facades, bringing in these characters, and a lot of joy throughout this part. Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Nitin. And what a wonderful evaluation. Both the evaluators have given you, Toastmaster Gaurav. So let me give the feedback for evaluators. First, for Toastmaster Sanjay, very well structured evaluation, pure CRC, especially clinical and technical. I was thinking, kya hi bolu, right? He's hitting all the points in the check boxes. But this is not a contest, right? Toastmaster Sanjay, you are giving feedback to a fellow Toastmaster. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is try not to read your evaluation fully. I know we all have our notes in front, but more like try to have a communication and conversation to Gaurav as if he's your friend. Like you're telling him, Gaurav, I love this. Man, that was wonderful. But if you could have done this. So what is happening is it is more positive to receive such an evaluation where I feel like that's not a judge sitting in front of me, but my friend sitting in front of me and giving me a feedback. So I'm more receptive to such kind of evaluation. That's number one. Second is you were a little too quick. I think because you were reading, right? Like, so you went like blah, 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 and your evaluation was to the point. I'm telling you, it was a good evaluation. But the problem is, I'm sitting here and thinking, wait, what did he say? What was the first recommendation? What was the second recommendation? So overall, it was very well structured and clinical. But I would encourage you to try be more conversational when you're giving the feedback and slow down a little bit so that the speaker as well as the audience, all of us are benefiting, not just the speaker, right? So we all get something more valuable out of that evaluation. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sanjay. Next, Toastmaster Nitin, what a lovely evaluation. I have to give you high praise for your language. The language evaluator will be impressed by you as well. And I love the fact that you showed us what you meant by very good hand gesture. So you showed us exactly what he did that you liked. Thank you so much. And calling out and showing these things are important because other people in the audience are going to learn from these things, right? So thank you for that. Very good recommendations. You also told him how to follow the recommendations. One feedback I'll give to you is, my dear friend, let the language evaluator do the language evaluator's job and take that time to give him more good feedback, technical feedback, or delivery feedback, whatever that is. But because there's someone else, right, for language evaluation. So I would love to you to use that point of time so that he can benefit and we can benefit from your evaluation. But otherwise, wonderful evaluation. Thank you. Toastmaster Gaurav, I'll tell you, humor is the hardest thing as a speaker because it's such a hit and miss. If the audience laughs, great. If not, then and there I lose my confidence and everything else falls down. So already by choosing the path and taking this project, I salute you. I am very hesitant to take humor as my path for engaging humor. So I have huge respect for you for taking up that challenge. Both your evaluators have almost covered every part about it, and all that they loved, I also loved. Characterization, body language, all of that. So I will directly go for the feedback, right? Saving time. Number one, your title was Escape to the Wisdom. I don't know how that matched with the speech. Did it match? Maybe I missed out, maybe ho sakta hai. It must have happened. If I did, please do let me know later. But I couldn't connect the title with the entire wedding scenario. Where was the escape to the wisdom happening, or where did so that connection I think was missing? If you could have brought that back, then the title is 100% justified. Number two is humor is hard. Writing content for humor is hard because we are not stand-up comedians. The easiest way to make people laugh is characterization. Like not just by talking about the character, but getting into the character. The old uncle, the wife, the whoever you're using, right? Become that person. Try to mimic the accent, the body language of that character. Become old, become fat, become thin. You're getting my point, right? That kind of characterization is hilarious in a speech. You missed a very good opportunity to make us laugh by not becoming that character while you introduce so many characters in the wedding. So next time, because your path is humor, next time when you bring a humorous speech, try it for characterization and that will help you a lot. But otherwise, a wonderful speech. Once again, thank you so much for trying to entertain us through that speech or taking us to that wedding. Let me quickly go to the next session, that is the tell report. So timer, Toastmaster Samir, I request you to give your timer's report.
Yes, good evening. We did not have any disqualifications today. I'll quickly share my screen. I hope you're able to see the spreadsheet, so you can just take a look at the timings. We did not have any disqualifications. And also overall for the meeting, we are still on time, so that's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for our timer standing or sitting rather in the background and doing all this wonderful work for us. And I would like to call out that the timer, you have a wonderful voice. And I know people are like, ye koi baat hoti hai taarif ki. Yes, yes, obviously we are communicators. So all these points add to becoming a great communicator, and love your voice. And thank you for your hard work. Let me now call the language evaluator, Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, on stage. Gauri is a chartered accountant turned image consultant and soft skill trainer. And she says, okay, I don't know what's happening. Something is happening with, okay, I'm back. Rebrand. She says she also incorporates tarot as a tool for self-awareness and personal growth. Over to you, Gauri. I'm sorry, I think my network is down.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I'm going to first come up with my R counter report. And I'm very happy with the report today. So Toastmaster Priya Singh, Toastmaster Reenu Kaushal, Toastmaster Chitrangna Singh, and Toastmaster Mamta Jain have used no filler words or inappropriate interjections at all. Toastmaster Gaurav Babu, Toastmaster Prapurna, Toastmaster Sunil, Toastmaster Smriti, Toastmaster Sanjay, and Toastmaster Nitin have used less than 5 filler words or interjections. Coming to my language report or the grammarian report. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so the word of the day was used. This is disappointing, just by 2 Toastmasters, that is Toastmaster Priya and Toastmaster Smriti. Some good usages. I will share the report for you to see it, but I do want to mention one which is slightly abrupt. It was used by Toastmaster Mamta in her evaluation. And why I'm particularly pointing is out is that is the right way to give an evaluation. You are softening or cushioning the blow in one way. So that is why I mentioned it separately. Rhetorical questions. Can I postpone my speech for the next meeting? Toastmaster Chitrangana. Hyperfora, who doesn't like music? Toastmaster Pratibho. Rule of 3, Toastmaster Chitrangana. The earlier me, the new me. She used it 3 times. Eyes as sharp as eagle, Toastmaster Gaurav. That was a simile. Alliteration used by Toastmaster Pratibho. Carefully composed. Litotis, not fully well, used by Toastmaster Chitrangana. And slightly abrupt, used by Toastmaster Mamta. Antithesis, it's okay or not okay to be prepared, used by Toastmaster Smriti. Some recommendations: vegetarians have less protein options. It would be fewer protein options. Which color will you like to give your today's speech? Which color would you like to give to your speech? Today or just your speech? It is not genre, the pronunciation is genre. Accept what we are, accept who we are. Intrigueness is not a word in the English dictionary. It's not few note, it's few notes. What could more you do? What more could you do? Further, better, you're using 2 superlatives together, so just better is good enough. I will also share my report in the chat box. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause. That was indeed a language evaluator. She has hit upon a lot of great points, and I'm sure we will all learn and take back the feedback. One recommendation as a general evaluator I would like to give to the team of Gabbys is, if you can, please ask the language evaluator before the meeting itself to give the word of the day. Because in this case, I'll tell you, I had no idea what the pronunciation of the word of the day is. That's why I didn't use it. I saw it on the chat box multiple times. I know what it means, but as I don't know how to pronounce that word, I will be not pronouncing it or using it in the speech or in the entire meeting. So if you can, please bring the language evaluator to come up, give the pronunciation and word of the day so that we can use it more in the meeting. Next, let me call the listener for today, Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah. Meeta M. Shah is a teacher by profession and with a focus on building a strong foundation through early childhood education for children. Over to you, Toastmaster Meeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And now I'll be testing how many of them are a good listener. Let's go for that. So there are the questions. So I'll be asking now, how many questions were there for health score in education session?
10.
10.
Yes. Next. In education session, there was a story character. Can you guess his name?
Chatur
Chatur
Singh.
Singh.
And how many apples he was there to keep ready?
50.
50.
50.
Yes, number of apples. Now in Chitrangana's speech, she said she scored some percentage in her board exam.
91.
91.
And Gaurav's speech, he told that that uncle was doing yoga for so many times.
90 minutes, 1.5 hours.
Yes, correct. And how many types of clubs he mentioned in his speech? The people comes in the marriage.
Three categories.
Three.
Can you name them?
One is definitely the donkey ones.
Yes. And then
Enlightened was one.
yes, enlighten. And one more. Secret.
The quiet admirer.
Yes. So thank you. I enjoyed, and you all are good listeners and being like 100%. So good. So that's what my from my side. And over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you as your listener. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our listener. And the entire TEL team, they do such a fantastic job in the background. Now, according to the agenda, I should have ended at 9:35. I got it like 6 minutes late. So I will take maybe 2 more minutes because it's already 9:40 and try to curb my feedback and fit it into the 2 minutes that I have. Okay, let's start by apologizing. I joined 3 minutes late. That was my bad. There was a power issue at my end, so I apologize. So I have no way to talk about the SA, and I just hope that she has done a wonderful job. Next, the presiding officer, Renu Kaushal. Presiding officer did a fantastic job in talking about the meeting. One thing you could have done is call more guests, maybe. Like, you just call one person. So call more guests and try to make it more happening for them, especially because you don't even have a table topic session in this meeting. So what will happen is over a period of time, guests will not be entertained in this particular meeting or they won't stay back. So as much chance as you can get to get them to speak, even if for 30 seconds, that will be very important for the entire club. So bring them up more in the guest introductions. Third, I don't know who said that. I think it's a PO. Somebody said G. Bindu Joseph. I was like, no, it's Joanne Joseph. And I love Bindu. I know she's a fellow Toastmaster and I love her and I love the fact that she shares her surname. But this kind of faux pas, we say, like this kind of mistake should be avoided because I know you guys, so I'm not offended. But if somebody is new, right, like coming as a general evaluator and you confidently said general evaluator Bindu Joseph, that is can be very offensive for somebody, especially if they don't know you or the club, right? So we have to be very careful as officers about how and we take the names and we are taking like identifying the right people in the meeting. TMOD Swati Gupta. Toastmaster of the day, was this the first time you are taking a TMOD role? I'm asking this because you're such a young and lovely person. Yeah.
First
Okay.
time, yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations. I'll tell you, it is very overwhelming to take the TMOD role in the first place. Then on top of that, what they did is they gave you a very difficult meeting where you have an education session and then 3 speakers and then a general evaluator like me. So it can be very overwhelming. So I want to salute you and congratulate you for doing a fantastic job as a TMOD for the first time. Some feedback I can give you. Okay. Number one is when you're asking questions to people, right? You take too much time to pause because, of course, it's your first time, so you don't know why are they not responding. Call their names. You can see their name. Go to the gallery mode if you want. See all of their names, right? And when ask a question and don't wait for more than 2 to 3 seconds. You don't have that much time, right? So call out, Toastmaster Sunil, what do you think? This is Toastmaster Sanjay. What do you think? Do you think? And if Toastmaster Sanjay at that point of time is not answering, quickly move on to the next person. So this comes under the hosting skills, something that you will practice and you will learn. But you have to be cognizant about the fact that majority of the time audience is lazy, including me. I also did not respond to any of your questions, right? We all are lazy in the audience. We don't want to come on camera and speak. So if you can take that point and call, especially call Toastmasters, not just guests. And the second is have the structure of the TMOD in your head. In the sense, I'll explain what I mean. You called and introduced Cheese, Joe, and Joseph. Then you threw a question to the audience. Then you came back and then spoke about the timer. Then you again threw a question to the audience. Now what is happening is there's no structure. So as an audience, I'm confused ki chal kya raha hai? Why is the GE introduced and then questions asked? GE should be introduced and then the timer should be introduced and then you should quickly go for the education session. So you talk about your theme, what is the theme, why you chose the theme, what your feelings are, do an audience interaction. Okay, then you come talk about the general evaluator, the timer, then you directly go to the education session. So the structure is very clear. But if you do it in between and then throw a question and in between, the questions are wonderful, but then the entire point of introducing these people is lost. So focus on the structure. That's all. I am not going to talk more. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here in Gabby's, I think, after months. Actually, I'm in a Toastmaster meeting after months because I was in Himachal, landslide, power cut, flood. I know you all are going through the news, so you know where I am and what is happening right now. So I'm just honored to be back and speak and interact with all of you. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you to our general evaluator and the entire TELL team for the thoughtful and constructive evaluation segment. As we near the ends of today's meeting, I would like to wrap up and I want you to remember that life is a masterpiece of many colors. Thank you for being part of this colorful journey today. Let's continue painting our lives with more colors of joy, courage, and purpose. With that, I would like to hand over the virtual stage back to our presiding officer, Real Caution, carrying forward the final proceedings of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Real Caution.
Thank you so much, dear Toastmaster of the day, Swati Gupta. And first of all, I would like to apologize, Joy Joseph, the general evaluator for today, for her name was not announced right. So that is my apology, being the presiding officer as well as the VP of the club. So my apologies for that. Okay. And now what a fantastic meeting today we had. To begin with the educational session, which reset our health and lifestyle goals, and followed by the three tremendously good speeches, and one of them being the icebreaker, the icebreaker which didn't seem like an icebreaker. So I'd say once again, Gabby's is a fantastic place and which really brings about so many learnings all together towards the end of the meeting as we go towards closing. So before I do that, I could see one guest that was present in the meeting, Richa K. Richa K, are you a guest or a visiting Toastmaster? Could you please come up on the screen and give us some feedback regarding the meeting? Richa K, are you are you there? Okay, I think before Richa is not available, she's already left. It's already getting late. So if I would request the Zoom moderator to please launch the polls. For everyone in the meeting present, let it be known that today we are not having a best speaker. Reason being that we had a icebreaker speech. So whenever we have icebreaker speeches happening, we don't make it a poll. Thank you so much, Jyoti Mandal. Would you like to come up on the screen and share your feedback? I could see that you were also present all throughout the meeting. It was wonderful having you on as an educational speaker today. Jyoti, can we have your feedback, please? So I take her message on the chat as her feedback that it was a wonderful meeting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right on the screen, you will be seeing your favorite evaluators. It's a tough thing, I understand, because today we had some really good evaluation. for everyone in the meeting, it's like this is one of the last meetings of this membership term, right? The membership term which started from April till September 30th. This is the last meeting of the club. So we'll be welcoming back the members who have already renewed, and we're looking forward the members who will be taking some time off before they will be joining us back. So I'm very thankful to everyone who has joined and stayed back till the entirety of the meeting. So I'll just quickly ask the Zoom moderator to share the results with me on the chat. To begin with, we'll have the best evaluator. Does anybody wants to take a guess who the best evaluator is?
Smriti.
Yes, that's a big right. Congratulations, Priti. Can we have you on camera, please? I think all the evaluators did a wonderful job. But they are our mentors. They need to be exceeding us, right? I'm looking forward to the Allow me a minute, please. Yes, we have. Okay, now who is the best auxiliary role taker? Guess, please. Even Swati, she did a wonderful job. Samir, the timer, after a very, very long time, we were seeing him in the meeting. Any guesses? And the listener, Gauri, the language evaluator. Okay, the best auxiliary role taker goes to Gauri Agarwal. Many congratulations, Gauri, Toastmaster Gauri. Can we have you on camera, please? Can we have all the best role takers on the camera, please? And last but not the least, our favorite role taker, that is Joanne Jessup. Big round of applause for all the role takers. I'll just be Smriti is not available. Okay, thank you, Joanne. Thank you so much, Joanne, for coming by and the meeting, and that too, picking up the role last minute. And I didn't know that you were in Himachal and struggling so much with the challenges that we could understand, relate to. Thank you so much, and many, many congratulations for your roles.
Thank you very much. I think that's why I was away from the entire Toastmaster scene for at least the past 2 months, because it's just
Yes.
raining, landslide, power shutdown, roads going, all these things are happening here. But glad to be back after 2 months in Toastmasters and, like opening it with Gabbys. Thank you so much.
Right. Great. It means the Gabbys will tempt you once again, like today's meeting and the speakers did tempt you, right? You need to come
Absolutely.
back more often now. Right. Thank you so much. And I'll just call that today's meeting. Gabbys Toastmasters Club meeting is adjourned for now, and we'll be meeting next on Saturday. Please don't forget to join on our Saturday meeting. Thank you, everyone. Have a very nice
Thank
evening.
you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.